truly was the best? And his answer was in the level that would become infamous for years to come, 4-2. Normally, you just climb up the vine and go to the warp zone, while in the process having to watch the cutscene of the vine going up, then Mario climbing it, finally Mario getting off. Andrew realized that the beginning of 4-2 works similarly to the wrong warp in 8-4. If you fool the game into thinking that you're farther back on the screen than you really are, and get closer to the right side of the screen, then going down this pipe will take you to the warp zone too, except it will completely skip the cutscene with the vine. The only issue was getting close to the right. However, one day Andrew finally figured it out. If you backwards jumped into certain objects in just the right way, you'd be pushed to the right. Typically, if you do this 3 times at the start of 4-2, then you'll be far enough to trigger the wrong warp to work. So now, Andrew had the strategies. He purposely didn't reveal them to anybody, and instead grinded the game without telling anyone for months. Finally, in April 2007, his efforts paid off, and he was able to cut more than 5 seconds off of the record. Unsurprisingly, this video blew up on YouTube, which ushered in a new era of Super Mario Bros. Speedruns, the reign of Andrew G. Once again, Andrew had achieved what seemed to be a nearly perfect run. He had beaten what was already considered a perfect run by 5 whole seconds, so it's no wonder that his run garnered this title. For a few more years, nobody really got close to beating his time. He was on top of the world of the video game that was arguably on top of the retro community, and it seemed like nobody could touch him. But finally, in late 2010, Andrew G asked himself the question, is it possible to beat the game in under 5 minutes? He once again started to grind, and in December of 2010, he broke through, but not quite in the way he wanted to. He lowered the time by 0.2 of a second, and when he took another look at the run, he noticed slight imperfections that he could potentially fix. So he pushed onward, and the very next day, Christmas Eve, he was able to cut the 5-minute mark, finishing with a time of 4:59.4. For the first time in history, somebody could say that they could beat Super Mario Bros. In under 5 minutes. Andrew had executed everything that he wanted to in this run, so he took another break from Super Mario Bros. For a while. About a year later though, a few more improvements came to his attention, the biggest one being where to jump on the flagpole. In his previous runs, if it wasn't easy to jump on top of the flagpole, they just jumped wherever they could, since they figured they wouldn't lose any time. However, look at this comparison. If you jump at the top instead, you don't brush on the block at the bottom, and you accelerate more quickly towards the castle. This saves a few frames, and sometimes saves enough time to get another frame roll. Combined with a newer, slightly faster method of doing 4-2, Andrew once again pushed his time down slightly further, this time to a 4:58.89. Another year passed, and Andrew G came back to the game once more. This time, he got 2 more improvements in the same week, and streamed them live on Twitch.
Alright, that, I don't know what that timer is. Oh my gosh! I think I did it again! What the heck?
At this point, Andrew set a goal in mind. He wanted to take the time down to a 4:57, no matter how long it would take him. There were a couple of ways to go about it. One way was to go for a faster version of 4-2, which would save 1 frame roll, and the other way was to go for the bullet bill glitch, which would save 2 frame rolls. This glitch involved having the bullet bill shoot at the end of 8-2, then jumping on it in just the right way so that he could clip into the bottom of the flagpole, skipping both the flag coming down and Mario walking to the castle. Andrew quickly ruled this method out, as it would involve both getting lucky to have the bullet bill shoot fast enough, which almost never happened, and getting the glitch to work if it did shoot, which also almost never happened.
It's too slow!
He decided the only way to do it would be to go for this faster version of 4-2, play the rest of the game absolutely perfectly, minus the bullet bill glitch, and then play 8-4 as good as anybody had ever played it at the end of a run. The main issue with this was the trick that would soon get the nickname Fast 4-2. In order to get the wrong warp to work, you needed to be pushed at least 20 pixels to the right. If you get pushed 20 pixels, you need to go down the first pixel of the pipe. If you get 21 pixels, you can go down either the first or the second pixel, and so on and so forth. Any backwards jump can push you between 7 and 10 pixels. So the way that Andrew used to do it was to get pushed 3 times, and then be able to easily go down the pipe. With Fast 4-2, however, you would only get pushed twice. You need to get 10 pixels from each bump, which is rare and pretty much completely out of your control, and then stop on the first pixel of the pipe and go down it. Even on his best days, Andrew wasn't able to pull off this trick more than 1 out of every 20 tries, and it led to streams of him playing the first 4 levels over and over again and then resetting. But, anytime when he got past 4-2, it was as if time stood still. There were just 4 levels separating him from the 457. Andrew's usual banter with the chat would stop, and everyone watching would be extremely focused for the next few minutes. There were only a few moments like this each stream, and they more than made up for all of the resets in 4-2. And every now and then, he would finish a run as a new world record, and Andrew's reactions were always the best.
Oh my gosh! I don't even know! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! What the? What? I don't even know. Ah! It's gonna be like 458.03 or something. I'm gonna die.
But finally, it seemed like the stars had aligned on one run that he had. He had gotten past Fast 4-2 and was on pace for a 457 all the way.
And now I might beat my 458. Holy crap. For those who just tuned in, I broke the warpless record. I got 1926, I think, and now I'm ahead of my warp record right now. I am a frame rule ahead right now. If this is a 457, I'm gonna flip out. This is crazy. No!
He kept grinding, and his time kept dropping, but it still remained a 458. Finally, in March of 2014, his time was just a tenth of a second away from a 457, 458.09. Ultimately, he said that he didn't care if he ever achieved a 457. He felt as if he had mastered the game, and that he'd taken the game to where he wanted to. After all, he still had the world record. He was only a tenth of a
Oh. Wait, guys. My dogs are playing right now. You guys need to see this. Okay, Get out of here, live split. Reset you. Yeah, full screen. Okay, dog time. I hope you're ready for this. Hold on, let me put on my headphones so I can bring the microphone. Okay. Dog stream. Incoming. Wait, do I have mic on? Yeah, I do. Okay. Where are they? Here they are. Okay, here are the dogs. Hey, Dad. My dad's playing guitar over there. Come on, guys, start playing again.
Hey Tam. Thank you for the good luck. I'm gonna actually try on this run. Watch this. Pick up that Shy Guy. Jump off the tweeter. Jump off these poles, including the POW block. Jump off middle Shy Guy before the tweeter. Off the log. Off the one-up plant. Off that little thing. Throw over the Shy Guy. And then you fail the double jump. But then you hit reset and you try again. Like with a regular controller, like having to break a controller or have a special piece of hardware to allow it. Like you shouldn't have to do those things to compete in your game of choice. But now that technology makes things easier and more affordable, like there are affordable ways to, programmable controllers or whatever that allow that easily on console, then suddenly it's more feasible. I'm just saying someday I think that that'll be allowed. We're gonna be in red after this level, but we can get it back, but not in 6-1. Ooh. You don't see that.
Second away from hitting his ultimate time. He had done what he could do with the game, and it seemed like nobody could beat him. One morning in June 2014,